What's up, folks? My name is Trail, better known as Budget Bill, and today we have another stimulus update video for you. So it appears that you guys actually liked my previous video in which I tried out the new freestyle way of presenting this news to you. So I'll go ahead and try it again on this video as well. But if you don't, obviously let me know down in the comment section. But if you do, click that like button for me. But today we have a new bipartisan bill that was proposed by 2 Democrats and 2 Republicans. Now this is usually unusual because all of the previous bills have mainly been by just Democrats. So this proposed bill is very interesting as it proposed a big fat stimulus check of $4,000. However, this is more of a tax credit for workers instead of an actual check. We're going to discuss this in this video today, but first, go ahead and click on the thumbs up button down below because it really helps this channel out. It helps the channel grow, and it also tells YouTube to share this video with other people. So we really appreciate it if you go ahead and just click that thumbs up button for me. I would appreciate it. Now, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. What's up, folks, and thanks for sticking around. So these 2 Democrats and these 2 Republicans that presented this bill are doing better than others, I would say. These 4 people in particularly have actually reached across the aisles and actually worked with each other, which is something different from what we've seen in the past. It's hard to get both parties to actually agree on something. With these 4 people coming together and actually working together, it really means a lot. And I actually want to give a shout out to those 4 people today on this video as if they're going to see it or something. But I want to give a shout out to those people and use their names because we really appreciate them actually coming together and working together. So for the Democrats, there's Senator Amy Klobuchar and Senator Cory Booker. And then for the 2 Republicans, we have Senator Ben Sasse as well as Senator Tim Scott. I'm sure I've butchered their names, but forgive me for that. So yes, a shout out for these 4 people, these 4 senators that have worked together for the American people. We appreciate you. But anyways, this proposed bill is in the form of an actual tax credit. Now this plan would target Americans who have lost their jobs because of the COVID-19 pandemic to make a fully refundable $4,000 tax credit available to them. Now one thing in this press conference that they did not mention is that if it's going to be effective for the other people that were slightly affected by the pandemic, such as for the people that have received pay cuts or the people that have received their hours cut from their jobs. We don't know if it's going to be applicable for them as well. So we'll have to continue to follow along, and when the actual bill gets released to the public, we'll actually be able to read it and find out the more specifics in relation to this proposed bill. Now, what this tax credit means is that Americans or workers would be able to upskill their skill sets from using this money of $4,000 for learning additional training or learning new skills. So this would be a way to offset you spending the money to learn these skills, to offset that money for you and give it back to you in what's called a tax credit. Now, this particular tax credit would be available up until the end of 2021. So basically, as of now, that's giving you like 1.5 years. Now, obviously, there are a large array of programs to choose from, such as from apprenticeships or to online learning programs, as well as you can go out and get your license for doing something, or get, real estate license, or whatever the case may be. You have the option to pick up some training and learn while you're stuck at home on this lockdown receiving unemployment checks. This is a great time to be able to use this tax credit, and I think that's kind of why they presented this bill, because it will actually help people going forward. So a portion of this is actually a good thing because a lot of people are at home right now receiving unemployment checks for doing nothing. And what a great time for people to actually be using that time to pick up a new skill, learn a new trade, or even actually pick up a new license, or just anything that could potentially increase your earning potential going forward, because we don't know what our future economy is going to look like. So, this is a great option. Now, the question is, why would they even create something like this type of bill? Well, as of now, we have over 36 million people that have been laid off from their jobs, and then we don't know how many millions of people that have had their salaries cut. And then they are also saying that they don't know if any of these jobs are going to be available when it's actually time for people to go back to. As well as some of the companies are probably not going to even be able to survive during this pandemic. So as more and more people are at home right now and unemployed, as well as being on the lockdown from the quarantine, more Americans will be facing more of a competitive workforce in the future, which means there's going to be less job opportunities, lower pay coming for you, and even more job layoffs coming soon as well. So in order for you guys to stay current in today's market, you must continue to feed the brain and learn new skills and be more marketable in the future for when businesses actually start back to hire again. Now, some of you are probably already thinking that you ain't trying to go back to school. You ain't got time for that, Craig. You've already put in 8 years of college and you ain't got time for studying right now at this age that you're at right now. You expect to go back and get the same job that you've had before. I know what it's like. I get it. But don't forget, a lot of these jobs are not going to be available when it's time to go back, depending on what you actually did for a living. So I advise you to at least keep an open mind. And then for others, you probably didn't even like your job. You was looking for a way out anyways, or another opportunity to do something different. So here is the perfect opportunity for you as well, if this bill gets passed. We could all use some additional training in our lives today, especially if it is free. Y'all know we love free stuff, right? Now, one thing with this proposed bill of $4,000 is unclear. We know that this tax credit is not a tax refund, but what we don't know is how they would actually, or people could receive this tax credit. It's currently too early to say, but perhaps you have to spend your money up front and then get reimbursed for the training related to the activity or whatever you've done in relation to that. So you can potentially pick up some training online or different courses or apprenticeship up to $4,000. So I'm assuming that you would pay it up front and then they would reimburse you that money back. But we don't know, so we'll have to see once this bill is actually released to the public. We'll actually get a chance to see exactly what they mean and how you would actually receive this tax credit. Now let's think about this for a second. You can receive $4,000 tax credit to learn a trade for free? Learn how to support cloud technologies for free? I mean, the list goes on. You probably can't get a full 2 to 4 year degree with $4,000, but there are a whole lot of other things that you could actually get with $4,000. It's actually quite a bit of money. For example, when I was laid off last year, I think it was around May of 2019, my previous employer offered me $1,000 to use for training as well, so that I could actually find me a new job and increase my skill sets. So I actually thought that $1,000 was a lot of money, and I thought that was pretty generous considering they were laying me off from my job. But now this particular bill is going to offer us $4,000. Oh man, you know how much training you could actually get done with that amount of money? I mean, you can actually use this tax credit to actually learn how to start your own business, so you can create additional sources of income. There are tons of people who have online businesses right now that are not affected by the pandemic. They continue to make money from their homes while being quarantined. So this could be a great opportunity for you as well, as if this bill is actually passed. But let's be honest, most of you are probably using your time while being locked down to watch more Netflix shows, probably more TV shows, and play more video games, and actually sleeping more than usual. Just wasting time in my opinion. But that's another topic for another day. But overall, I personally like this idea. I like this proposal, and I think that it is a great idea. And I'm also sure that most people will probably not take advantage of this benefit. But we will have to see if this bill gets passed. Also, don't forget to watch my video that I posted yesterday about the big fat stimulus debit cards that are coming out over the next few weeks. And I'll put a link down in the description down below, as well as a card up here, so you can check that out. Now, that's all I have for you today. Let me know down in the comments section what you think about this bipartisan bill that was proposed today. I would love to get your feedback. In addition, if you didn't get a chance earlier, to be sure to click on the like button right now. as it definitely helps out the channel. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is a great time to click on the subscribe button down below as well as the bell next to it so you can be notified every time I upload new content. Other than that, hey, I appreciate you guys watching and I will see you on the next video. Peace.